In 2023, Luxembourg's GDP per capita reached approximately $135,000, making it the wealthiest nation on earth by that measure, ahead of the United States, Switzerland, and Norway. Yet this country covers just 2,586 square kilometers and holds a population of roughly 660,000 people. Almost no one can explain how that happened. To understand Luxembourg's wealth, you have to go back to the late 19th century, when massive iron ore deposits in the southern region called the Manette turned this tiny duchy into a European steel powerhouse. By 1974, Luxembourg was producing 6.4 million tons of steel per year, an extraordinary figure for a nation its size. Steel didn't just fuel the economy, it was the economy. Then the floor fell out. The global steel crisis of the mid-1970s devastated Luxembourg's core industry almost overnight. By 1977, the steel sector had shed tens of thousands of jobs in a country where the entire workforce numbered only in the hundreds of thousands. For a nation that had put all its bets on one industry, this was an existential crisis. Luxembourg's government made a calculated bet in the 1960s and 1970s, before the steel collapse had even fully arrived. Recognizing vulnerability, they passed legislation creating one of Europe's most favorable banking regulatory environments, attracting eurodollar deposits and foreign investment funds at a time when competitors had far heavier restrictions. By the early 1980s, the financial sector had begun replacing steel as the economy's backbone. Luxembourg was one of the 6 founding members of what would become the European Union in 1957, and that status paid enormous dividends. The European Court of Justice, the European Investment Bank, and several other key EU institutions chose Luxembourg City as their permanent home. This brought a steady influx of highly paid international civil servants, infrastructure investment, and institutional credibility that money alone cannot buy. Here is the statistic that changes everything. As of 2023, more than 200,000 workers, known as Frontaliers, cross into Luxembourg every single working day from France, Belgium, and Germany. These workers are counted in Luxembourg's GDP because they produce output there, but they are not counted in the population that divides that GDP. In effect, Luxembourg's per capita wealth figure is mathematically amplified by a massive imported workforce that lives elsewhere. Luxembourg also became a magnet for multinational corporate headquarters, drawn by competitive tax treaties and a stable legal environment. Amazon established its European headquarters in Luxembourg in 2003, and by 2023, over 140 banks representing 30 nationalities had set up operations in the country. The investment fund industry administered from Luxembourg was the second largest in the world as of 2023, behind only the United States. Luxembourg's story is not about luck or natural resources. By the mid-1980s, the iron ore had largely run out. It is a story about institutional foresight, strategic positioning within a larger political bloc, and the willingness to reinvent an entire national economy before collapse forces the issue. For a country that most people struggle to locate on a map, that is a lesson with global implications.